Looks like the wind out there has certainly dropped, although it is favouring the northern end here, the Showgrounds across that. Like I said, a good game, and I think Foster will continue on and do their game and probably win it.
Well, I was lucky enough to spend a bit of time with Jake Best yesterday, the coach, of course, at Foster, stepping into the role this year, taking on the premiership winning side of last year. And he actually said that he feels when these sides get together, they actually have a really strong, competitive, tested game of football. I reckon I might be on the money, but I'm going to say that history gets Bucks today. The trend is the Bucks, and I think Boston did the job done as well by a couple of goals. And I think big Mitch Alott will be the best player on the field. Mitch Alott, I think he'll do plenty of work and potentially even get forward and kick a major or two.
Foster Premiership flag. How they kept the core, they got the honours from the Foster Football Club to hoist the flag. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. I don't know, that's not much we do what we can do.
Well, as I said, the trophy the ground is in perfect condition. Bit slippery on top, but nevertheless, I think we've got a good standard play once we get underway.
And a couple of those matchups that Hutchie, our special comments guy, will keep an eye on. Love to know who goes to Ready and next in the Foster forward line. I think there's going to be people in the outcome of this game, like I said before, $2,000 between them, so whoever gets the job there. And Tommy Cameron, I'm looking for, going to play forward for Fish Creek. He's been best of the season, medal winner himself a couple of years ago, probably more forward. I think he's got more match up with his conditions, and even though he's probably undersized for any forward, I think he probably poses a real threat to him when the ball gets there. I just have a quick look at the midfield here. So I think Mitchell will do the ruck work in there, Foster of course, and joining him in the middle will be Bailey Angling and the coaching club. Tom Schneider, I also believe, will go into the middle. Of course, he was on the Hawthorn AFL just at one point in time. So quite expected there as well. And Angus Norton, kid with the lead. He's not a kid, but he just looks pretty small, so we'll come with that. And of course, we'll see the big ruck in there. Big Wilmer Taggart will do the job in there for Fish Creek. He'll be joined in the middle by Jacko Wegerman. And the coach called him Jacko, so I reckon he might be a bit of a lad. Mitch Hicks will be in there as well. And it'll be an interesting watch to see who gets that first clearance. And speaking of clearance, our man see him praying doing clearance stats for us this week. He'll also do goal kickers, inside 50s and all the other details that we can bring to you throughout the broadcast. So we're about to get things underway. We'll throw the truck to Doyen, and he'll get things underway to kick off the Big Playing Football Record League 2026 season on FM 104.7. Here we go, truck, over to you.
As the ball is with the line starts before her, getting him crossing. In centre bounce, Alex in there for Foster. He gets the tackle and ball goes to ground. With Fish Creek now trying to get the ball out through Weederman. He gets the ball across to the Foster now, quick down pass. Across to the half forward line, ball bouncing. Across now, quick grab there, goes to Best. Best who goes through and scores a 91 for the Foster side. So they're right on the ball already.
Dominic Torre to do the in duty there, goes short. Never a bad idea to kick to the coach and Jared Hawke has the ball in the back pocket there. Fish Creek, giving the left hand end of your radio dial. He looks to open things up and go across the field, sort of furthest point away from the must be practically impossible to see. Where the mark's been taken over there, and that'll be only the umpire hasn't paid the mark. The umpire said it's actually one out of bounds, so we'll throw this one in at 45 metres around from the Foster goal.
So we've got Jack Hayes on here.
Interesting match-up, that one. Ball tossed back into play. Looks like we're going to see a fair bit of this today, because as soon as it's thrown back in, it's gone back out again, truck.
Yeah, another throw in over the far side of the ground. The wind is favouring that side, so we get the throw in. Players are set. The boundary umpire throws in a tap down. No one can get it, but they finally flicked over the top as Foster in the attacking 30 goes forward, ball on the ground, bit of a scramble. Those come in. What's the umpire going to do? He's going to let it go. Weederman's in there for the Fish Creek side. The ball gets out. A chance for the Fish Creek to clear the ball, but it's a chance now for Foster. Quickly to pick up by Williams. He can't get the ball, but the mark has been paid to Foster, probably 25-30 metres out, and the player there was Jack Cavall with the mark for a free kick.
So we've got a very lively Jack message, very lively. Just realised something is set up. Foster a couple of years ago changed
A chance for Foster as they go forward. The first one for the Tigers, 117 to the score yet. We've been running 2 minutes into this first quarter. Back to the centre of the ground.
We've also got Luke Williams, so he's the fourth midfielder that's in for this week. He's been underneath everything so far. We've got their father, Max, walking in.
So the two big boys will do battle again. And the ball goes up in the middle, and this time Fish Creek getting their hands on the ball clearly out of the middle. Get it through the centre circle initially, and the umpire says, throw it back to me, we'll do it all over again. A little bit of push me, shove you from Hudson Shaw in there, just asserting his authority early in the contest. So the ball goes up again, Digger Lot puts the wrestle on. Again, no one able to take it cleanly. Ball shoots out the back there, Lammers nearly picks it up, kick off the ground there from Grafton, gets the ball up the centre wing. Ball far side of the ground. Now we've got the first clear possession going Fish Creek's forward 50, and the umpire's blown the whistle and paid a free kick down the field.
Down the court, they're having a bit of a push and shove over on the far side of the ground. There's no longer happening. Fish Creek have control of the ball, and they're bringing the ball back into the centre. A good mark has been taken by Sam McGannon. McGannon from the centre up to the forward on the 12. Right mark all the way up. Fish Creek coming down with a lot of pressure from behind him, and it's a chance now for Fish Creek to put their first score on the board. My player was number 8. We're not too sure who he is. But anyway, Fish Creek has the ball, half forward line, probably 45 out when he kicks it. And so he's steady up. We'll mark that down with the number 8. He lines it up, the ball is up the field, straight through and the first goal of the election for Fish Creek. They got the 1 goal straight, he lost the 1 on 7.
A little bit of feeling early on there, Archie.
Yes, I reckon so. There's a bit, it was on the far side, I didn't actually see so. There's a downfield play. Fish Creek boys come in very good, so they're happy with it. But the umpires have done a great job of the ball flowing again and
Nothing in Archie. Stitches get stitches, remember? Back in the middle we go. The two big boys go at it again. We love this. 2 man mountains in the middle of the ground, asserting their authority on the game early doors. 7 plays 6, and again Fish Creek get the ball through the first tap, but the ball doesn't get cleared now. Shaw picks it up. It's a handball backwards to the teammate. Williams is wrapped up in the tackle straight away. Illegal tackle, says the umpire. So we'll go back and have yet another kick early doors. Looks forward in the direction of Cameron, who offers the lead. Big number 8 flies from behind again, front and centre. All Foster, handball out. Cameron intercepts for Fish Creek. Little snap around the corner. Foster with the goalkeeper in place, so can't pick the ball up cleanly. It's a hot footy out there. And finally it ends up in the hands of Bentley. He hacks the ball wide. And it'll go out of bounds and throw it 55 metres around. Out the full. Was indeed. Good call by you. Good eyes by you, Ken. So they'll be sure to take the kick in. Goes to the top of the square. Cameron works with intent. Old mate number 8 flies. We've got to get his name because he's going to take mark of the day, I'd say, aren't you? Cameron at ground level can't pick it up. Can pick it up, Norton. Norton hacks it out back in the direction of Shaw. He overruns it. Another big tackle laid. Umpire says high this time. And another free kick to Fish Creek. Could soon go back inside their forward 50 again. Sam Crane's penalty on fire in there. James those many inside 50s.
He goes for a bit of a good mark in the pitch by he's lost the side now, right? He's waiting for the from full back. Kick far side of the ground, looking for flies. Pushed out there for Foster, looking for free kick out. Umpire said he pushed him out, and that was a fair decision from their point of view. Lost him out with the ball. Centre of the ground, long kick. 1-on-1 down there. They're doing well. Best is down there. He's got the ball. Long way from goal. Looking up forward. Trying to find his teammate. Oh, no, a mark there to Eddie. If he keeps the ball on the ground, he's going to dribble through.
that was great balance. Perfect spot for a small forward. Eddie gets ground, takes it out.
Funny, isn't it, how just Eddie touched the ball and Foster kicked goals.
That's it, yeah, that's what they're there for. They're doing their job. Just Sean, was it? Sean Casey with that goal. Anyway, Best seems to be playing a long way around the forward there, but he got the opportunity and got the ball back to the centre goes. Fish Creek now getting the ball out to Foster. They're in possession of the ball at half-back line. Comes Fish Creek and a good go diving penalty to McGannon. He couldn't get the ball pushed out and passes free kick and goes to the centre. That'll be Williams. Williams on the back corner. for Foster. He drives the ball in and out, picking and finding his teammate. Great vision there for the Foster team as he moves the ball through Jack Lavelle. He goes up forward to Fish Creek, coming between, bring the ball out to the broadcast side. We're going to let it run. That runs out of play. And we're throwing on the broadcast side, which is the western side here of the Foster ground.
Now Jack Hayes relieving the defence there. He took the opportunity to run off Brad Eddie and get himself into the game and get the ball up here to centre wing with a young fella in a hat. It's an unnecessary hat on the day off today. Throws the ball in. And the big man gets it. Our man Big Will gets it. He gets it. Don't argue as well if you don't mind. Old Hero stamped on him already. Up him. Gets it down to half ball. Ball there to be won. Number 8, our superstar, gets his hands on the footy. Yes, Oscar Bryant takes the ball forward. Free kick now to Cameron. 48 metres out. 45-degree angle.
No one in the goals.
So he goes across the face. Looks for Bright there. Woods position from the Foster defence, so free kick and advantage taken. Norton takes advantage, doesn't really kick it to advantage. He's going to go out there towards Jared Walker and Fish Creek, but he stumbles at a crucial moment. Lets his opponent in. Ball up to the half-forward line now for Foster. The two superstars clash. One of them stays down for a little bit longer than the other, and the ball trickles over the boundary line for a throw-in. And you see it every week, actually. They call and they scream for deliberate. They're going to get paid about once a millennium in the between.
Would have thought so. In fact, maybe even less than that.
As the rain keeps tumbling down here at Foster, 2-1, 13 to play, 1 goal, 6. This Creek throwing far side. Very difficult to see out there, getting the fog coming in, I think, as the ball is in dispute with Fish Creek getting the ball away. And they terrible kick over towards the scoreboard, and the ball is on to play to get a throw in. Yes, the light on the scoreboard very bright this afternoon. We've got no trouble picking up that score. Throwing. As I said, no one can really get the ball down to Fish Creek. Actually clear the ball up into the centre of the ground now. They've got a chance to move it well, but a terrible kick in the fullback position. Can't do anything. Fish Creek in there again. Williams, we can't get the ball, and the ball goes
Oscar!
Mystery man.
Mystery man, okay. Put your tongue on the Oscar. Anyway, Mystery man goes into the middle, into the forward 50. Ball's taken there. And the umpire's found a free kick it off, which is quite see for a dumping tackle. And the Foster defence will be relieved by that. Looks down the field, he says nothing but red and white jerseys in front of him. And then Peter Locke comes in, tries to take the mark, doesn't do so successfully. The ball on the ground, but he won't do it there. Picked up by Dylan Williams, and off through the middle of the ground we go here. Lockie Rafton, he kicks down forward there to Eddie and Best. A little bit of a shove under the footy with all the experience in the world there, creates a little bit of space for himself, gets onto the right leg, snaps around the corner, bouncing ball, skinny side, minor score only, and that takes it through to Foster 2-2-14, 1 goal straight Fish Creek, 12 minutes played here at Foster.
I reckon Jack Best is playing second fiddle to Eddie. Barrel work off the ball.
So Mitchell Locke comes off for a spell. He was paid, brings it back into play.
Yeah, brings it in, and no one can get the ball, but the mark has been played to Foster on the forward pocket. Quick hand pass again, and move the ball right quickly through Norton. Norton gets the ball into half forward. Pick up by Foster. He gets the ball quickly up to half forward. Players are flying in over the top. No one can get control. Fish Creek trying in there through Walker. He can't get the ball. This tackle as the play continues on. It's now for Williams. He can't play. Overrun and plays his fifth free kick to win. Players come in, demonstrate with each other, and the umpires will score down close. We've got to play the free kick to Foster.
Contact related knees and
Someone limping off there, as the ball goes back through the middle of the ground. So Foster now at centre half back, get the ball through the jaw. and they move the ball wide out to the far side of the ground. Fish Creek with the numbers out there, and they'll probably win out with the handle over the top and doesn't find anyone in the brass. Norton now swoops on it, gets on the ball too, picks up in the best direction. One grab, two grab, ball on the ground there to be one. Picked up by Flavelle. He's tackled straight away. Ball there to be one again. Now it's stuck around the corner by Angwin. Angwin's kick hits Eddie in the chest, but he plays on. Handball there to a teammate, flying shot on goal. As he went, I'll tell you what, Tracy's second. The Hotel was still sponsoring a goal of the day. That would be a candidate right there, Hutchie.
Yeah, well, he's taken the pick. He's got the best two so far. He's got number one and number two.
The 2 goals to Sean Stacey. Good effort there by running through following the ball. 3-2-20 plays 1 goal. Yeah, that is following the
Kicks off, Shaw back on.
Yes, we'll have to get Sam getting up here in number 8 for the Fish Creek team. He's played a pivotal role so far in the game.
Yes, he was, as my man in the middle, big Will the tag it on 100 on him to win this tap. And tap it he does. The ball goes down there to Jacko Wiedemann. His kick smothered straight away. Stacks on the mill in the middle of the ground. Umpire's found a freebie. And it'll go the way of Fish Creek. Just on the defensive side of middle. 6v6 ahead of the footy, but instead of going in that direction, he goes as far wide as humanly possible. And the ball will end up in the hands of the coach. He's ignored on the short leg. The umpire says, get on with it. Get on with it, he does, and he finds the mark for sure. About 75-80 metres from goal. 2 decent kicks will get him within scoring range, but he kicks it straight up the derriere of the man at the mark. Goes back and gets it, and then hucks the ball to half forward. Out they come, no one able to take a mark in the wet conditions. Ball on the ground there to be won, and one forward by Coates. Coates kicks the ball forward, goes towards the boundary. She's around out of petrol tickets. Big Wilbur McTaggart. So Foster with the ruck, uncontested, down there towards Norton. Norton can't take it cleanly. Who can? Sam McGavin, who can? He flicks the ball out wide though. It's been turned over. Foster now the 2-on-2 in front of the footy. That man again, stop him. Somebody stop him, Ratchin. Kicks the ball up there, unable to take a mark in the forward 50. Fish Creek will want the boundary line. Fish Creek will get the boundary line. About 15 metres from the goal. With 15 minutes played, it's Foster 3-2-20. Fish Creek 1 straight 6.
Looking the bigger team, Foster, they seem to be running the ball better. They've got forwards up hard ready to grab the ball hard. So, interesting game so far.
Ball's tossed back in, dangerous spot, 30 metres out directly in front of the Foster goal. No one able to take it cleanly. Big tackle away. Probably dropped that foot, I would have thought. The umpire says forget about it, play on. And that's exactly what the Fish Creek boys do. Weighted numbers wins out. And they get the ball far side of the ground. Mark taken out there by McGavin right underneath the scoreboard. He gets onto the trusty right leg and goes a little 5-line down the line, looks for Cameron on a long lead. Actually, might be sure the other long sleeve. Was Cameron? Yeah, it was a long way.
Yeah, long way.
Short sleeve.
Fair enough. Centre wing, far side of the ground, ball tossed back into play. Neither primary ruckman out there, so back to Brass, and the Brass wins. Now Shaw does go in and get his hands on the footy, gets taken to ground straight away. Fish Creek win the ball across the half-back. Well, they like to come back through the middle here. Cameron gets his hands on it. Wrapped up in a tackle straight away. Ball flipped forward. Big tackle laid across half forward. And the umpire will come in and ball this one up. And again, the boys just like to get in there and a little bit of push me, shove you, as my old mate Trevor Morgan used to say. Righto, Truck, tell the people what's going on.
As the ball is thrown up and set, Fish Creek trying to get the ball out, but it's Foster eventually gets in, shoot on the ball, in the front line, good guard play, good stuff by Foster. He gets the ball up to the forward pocket, flies, wanted no one to get the ball, ball goes to the ground, pick up the ground and acquired by Foster, into the elbows, the race
Pushing the back.
and get the free kick, about 3 or 4, about 12 metres out on the pocket. Hard to pick up that play from
This won't be a problem, Truck. Exactly close to the gate.
Runs up the goal, and he rolls, he swings around and goes out.
He's missed the whole 21.
On the full, so it's a free kick in this trick. Brad, you still got the coach? No one is
Big Mitchell comes back on, and they're looking for man Taggart to get out there, and they can go back head to head again. All picked up into the half-back flank. The coach flies Walker as the ball tumbles over the boundary line even, and they'll chuck this one back in the play. play about 54 metres around. From the Foster goal, they lead 3-2-20. Fish Creek 1 goal 6. It's just the sort of very sensible. Fish had a game there a bit.
Forward on ball goes to a very good. Fish Creek's out trying to defend with its Foster up into the forward one. Nearly a mark into Fish Creek in defence. To pick up around there by
One play.
on the western side here.
Something a little bit naughty. Have a shot on goal. What they need to give him 3 shots on goal.
Schooner, come off the ground.
Teddy goes around the corner. Harry McCoy starting. And that's career goal number 1,259, I think it is actually.
Well, 12:32 plus whatever he's got.
Okay, 9 minutes gone, 4-2-26, plays 1 goal, Fish Creek. Starting to fall a little bit behind, and yeah, the heavens open again, 4 and 9. It's going to be very hard for Fish Creek to come back in this position. It's going to be wet, the ball going to be slippery, and already Foster's got the score on the board.
More importantly, it's Big John Studd and Andre the Giant back in the middle. Back to the old WWE days, the 2 big boys, Big Tag and the lot. Hey, mate, we used to come and watch these 2 rough, I reckon.
Something in the settings.
They'll just lean up against each other and not off after 3/4 time.
We've lost the ball, now it's coming back in.
Generally the rule of my house is always someone else's job. What are the size of your hand? How old are you? You getting paid in lollies or money here? Mustangs. There you go, we're back in the middle now. Which umpire's got it? Actually, the umpire there? Paul. Father Carter. He'll toss it up and give it a lot, and McTaggart will go at it. Up the big boys go. When I say up, neither of them jump. They just stand there like 2 big skyscrapers. And Foster with the ball again through the middle of the ground and kick it up to half forward. Free kick paid again here. Rubber the green clearly going the home side's way. And I'll have yet another shot on goal.
England off the ground. Forward, top the quarter in front.
Almost like a simple game, isn't it? Play in front in the wet conditions.
So Michael Cook with the ball, centre half forward for Foster. Right on the line. He goes for the... He's got a lot of power in his foot, so I think he'll go very close. Goes
Leads on!
And well done to Cook and his teammate who found his in the half forward line. Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell, isn't it, from the view? So if it's chasing going forward, if it's not, well, we'll find out. That goes right for Foster, lines up, deep front, dead accurate, and that's another goal for the Foster side. And throws come in and starts pushing and in the main game though, in the main game, this brings in now their trading boys in the points, so 5-2-32 to 1 goal 6.
Another ball off your lines on his desk, but you wouldn't want to turn around. Look, money. Turn around, show me your number.
All the second halves.
So waiting for the receiver. We've been with 3 minutes into extra time. 7 seconds showing the extra time. Ball in the middle, thrown up. Closing up down. He gets the ball up the half forward. They're doing all the attacking so far. Boston's up. This group coming in, flying in defence, closing all the ball. They are finding through the ball to the broadcast side for the run down. We don't have them. Ball as the wind comes in. Nearly the end now at the moment. It's doing very well.
Over the microphone and see if we can avoid that. trickling the ears and lifting all across the world. Oh, it's 30 now. It's raining sideways. Yeah, this is great. This is great. We have the cat home, we have the skinny. We'll get the line that comes back up in us in a second. The young fella tosses it in, and the big boy McTaggart gets the tail on first. Here he goes. The previous numbers win the ball. Pick up the half here. Couple one-on-ones ahead of him. Good luck catching that. Down the bounce it goes.
Right, Tommy. Keep it going.
So that's why when you're 21 million.
Short straw goes down to 4 to the 100. And they drop it back in centre wing in the run side, so they're going ridiculous to a third. Oh, and we reverse. They come back in and you want to push me, I'll come back here. Who's left the race? He's going to get spicy before the day's done. He's going to get spicy.
Lines up, long way out, third or fifth, goes in short, underneath the ball, good trick, ball, good knockout down, Foster, that was a real knockout of the Foster. This big player rolls on the ground, they come into a huddle, and you get a ball up and instead of going, into the extra time.
That's what you're doing.
We might a little layer, I think, that's common sense. What's that short of the question of the
Line coming from
back to the feet? I don't need to panic at home. It's okay. It's starting to get a bit.
Did you get that number right?
Got the Jack Davis.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, he's coming off, and it must be a blood rule because he. Oh, wow. There it is. This is Oscar. Here we go. Let's get Oscar a kick. Ball in the forward 50 to Fish Creek. Much needed goal if they can get one. They trail 32 to 6 with 23 and a half minutes gone. The big boy gets the tap down.
Very well,
And indeed, we can't be beaten. But we can be beaten. We can be beaten by the music and the ball's in the middle of the ground. It's a hot contest. Who wants it the most? Fish Creek get the ball and just stop all towards Cameron. All trickles down the back. Ratchet's gone down there to play the extra number in defence for the last couple of minutes for Foster. Gets in between the ball and the goal. Does a good job to get it back out of defence. Cameron now slips on it. It's a wet footy goal. It's a wet footy. And he's just rinsed himself. He can run the soap over him now and you call that the post-game shower. The ball will get tossed in here right in front of the Fish Creek coaching box. The young fella might need a snorkel pen. He's going to fall in the puddle and drown the little boundary umpire. And Big McTaggart gets both dudes from the footy. Gets it down and then does his own work at ground level. Picked up there and punted forward indiscriminately by Williams. Ball sits in the air for a long time. A big defensive fist sees the ball in the middle of the ground. And Jacko Wiedemann's the first one to get there. Looks around. Gets the ball under his right shoe, kicks it out there to mystery man, number 8. 2 cubed as we'll fall in from now on, and the ball trickles over the boundary line for a throw in 45 around from the Fish Ball back into play, I'll do it, trust you, don't mind me. Ball in the middle of the ground from the boundary, throw in, done up there, got there, that's where it's ended up, one-on-one in front of the footy. Mark not taking away, the jumping tug, umpire saw it, give away to Stephen Freeby.
So see the jumper tug. Very easy to play free.
Foster now had the ball, 5-2-32 plays 1 goal, in the forward line. The chance now right after the side with Brett Eddy. Eddie now with the ball, he's going to line up, already got 1 goal, and he's making number 2. And he does so. Accurate kick, over to the left. So it's under 1 score. Quarter time here, 5 goals, 3:33. Fish Creek trading 1 goal, 6.
There you go. It's such a rain. It's in that. All good.
Yeah, it was half common.
Probably get a cup of tea.
Just 50.5 next line. Okay. And like it. Couldn't be more spot on, Greg. I like the Don grab the cover drive perfectly timed because we've just got things underway here in the second quarter with Luke Williams kicking the ball forward, down towards the scoring end, hopefully for them. Thomas Cameron gets the handball up there to Jacob Lammers. Lammers taking him hopefully possession. And just take a free kick. A much needed shot on goal for them. They really need to get this on the scoreboard early, Hutchie, and get some belief back amongst the playing group, I feel.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't really succeeded.
Well, they got to be this way.
With the wind behind me too, we're in direct line with the goals here, and I think that easy straight, they have no problems with that. Still wanted to get to the left, and I mean, minus 4. He tried 333.
And then we go right-hand goalpost, and he went middle.
Just to bring the ball in now, long kick up towards the broadcast side. Collins want to break out there, not allowed by the umpire. Ball goes to ground. Foster trying to get the ball through. A quick going out there, so ready to get the ball out of play. And we just go free kick for the score.
I don't know about anyone else who's ever started to boy is about 1,000 times louder than it needs to be. Lose some volume on that somewhere, that would be ideal.
So we got Luke Williams with the free kick front row. Turns over, gone to Wiedemann. Now Wiedemann left foot. Goes towards the goal. All the way out. Guys want to push out there. No one can get the ball. Ball goes to ground. Kick off the ground. A chance for Fish Creek now. It's in the goal square. And the good tackle. Balls to the umpire. But it's only another score. Again, the Fish Creek. 2 opportunities wasted there by the free kicks. They go to 139. 2, 5, 3, 33.
And I see Brett Eddy come all the way down here to be the kicking target half back, and that's where the kick goes. Doesn't quite kick him though. It stays inside the forward 50 for Fish Creek. And I'm going to start turning some knobs here. I don't know what they're going to do, but it seems to be less knobs in my ears because I'm consultant. So we'll toss this one back in about 50 metres around from the Fish Creek goal. It's been all red in the first 90 seconds or so of the second term. The umpire's blown his whistle and said have another toss. So the young fella will come in a couple of yards this time and he'll heave this one back in with 2 massive men out there in the rucker park. We've got to get this nice and high. Well, he gets it almost to their knee and Big McTaggart takes it. He puts a big don't argue on, gets a handball out there to a teammate with a flying shot on goal. Goes skimming side for a minor score only off Levi Coxhead's boot. And they're doing it in smaller increments, but they are down the right end, Hutchie.
Yeah, well, that's right. They're starting to make the front ends there. Taking it in there.
So Foster takes a short kick in and goes far side. Mark taking 45 out. He goes to lace the pass out to a teammate, misses, and I reckon it's landed in our man Brady Mitchell, Mr. X. Mr. X, we've identified him. We've had the CSI team in. We've taken the samples and we've worked out that it's Brady Mitchell wearing number 8. And he's taken the mark about 40 metres out of a pretty tight angle, but the wind will help him here if he goes right in the goalpost, would be my guess. He's gone right hand point post and wrong side of that, out of bounds on the foot.
The umpires are doing something. We're waiting for someone to go and grab the ball. 5-3-33 plays, 1-3-9. The clouds are starting to drift away, a bit of sunshine coming on the ground.
I get the SP at 15 plus, Archie.
Take 6 minute jumpers off now.
4 seasons in 1 day, 4 seasons in 1 minute. Foster bring the ball back in far side of the ground. Kick goes about 45 out from the goal. Wrapped in there at ground level, wrapped up in a big tackle. Ball spills backwards. They've got Nutley behind the footy. They're playing tunnel ball though. They've coughed it up. Fish Creek swoop. Fish Creek miss. Oh, they did all the hard work, put all the pressure on, and they put it out of bounds on the full. When they should have put it through the big sticks, and that would have really got the Creepers up and down.
No one it's just sort of
36 players all in the one game. The ball comes in the half court and really good marker.
Willie!
He got the mark eventually after that 4 grabs. So Fish Creek now put the ball in their forward line. Long kick, looking for forwards. Doesn't up there, Cameron's in there. He can't trap the ball and it should go out of play. And it's going once more. Right in the, within 10 metres around from their left behind post.
And having to shoot the footy in there from 60, he's now trotted on there to take the toss in as well. Cold hero already, William McTaggart. We get his autograph after the game for sure. All he needed to do was shark it out of the ruck and have a shot. Williams does that instead. Norton sits underneath it and says, drop on the head, and drop on the head it does. And they follow on young Angus, and they'll come in the top and run up 35 around from the Fish Creek Cold. But all the Creepers in the first 5 minutes of this quarter, they haven't put it on the scoreboard yet. Ball tossed up a lot. McTaggart tries to plunk it out here, but can't. Snap around the corner, gets the ball going in Foster's general direction. Back off the ground, Eddie, 1 out. Plays a huge tackle on, Boy says play on. The tackle on some GST on it as well. Give the Foster boys love his effort there. Gets paid to kick the big goals, but also lays the big tackle. And Schnorr's coming off. He says, that's rattled my cage. We'll have a little sit down.
And there comes up Fish Creek. Well done by him. He goes into the centre half court. Really good marker. Taken over by Brandy. He couldn't get the ball out. Gets that held up. Eventually they get the ball out. Quickly through Snyder. He gets the ball in the centre. The ball is still in dispute. Players all over. But free kick will be played. It's paid to Crossground in the centre of the ground. He goes from left foot, he tries to gets tackled again. Eventually Foster get out of the situation. They brought him forward, diving after Fish Creek with the ball thrown over. Umpire lost the whistle, free kick there, or a ball up. No, it's a free kick going to Fish Creek. 10 players piling up in it. Big Creek moved the ball onto the broadcast side. Now it's well done by the Creekers. They're going quickly through the phase. Plays now on centre wing. He gets the ball up forward. Players want it. They can't get it. Foster. Kick off the ground. Hands in the way. There was. And the free kick will be played to Foster. I thought it would have gone the other way. But the ball goes on wide. On the half forward front. Kick out there quickly by Fish Creek. To Cameron now. He gets a quick down past the cross. Lumley and open goals. Lumley gets it. Good goal run by Lumley. And that's a goal for Fish Creek. And that's going to be right. 2-3-15 to 5-3-33.
And that's the first time I've seen Cameron possess the ball in the forward 50. It's surprise. The good players touch the footy and the team score goals. So good to see him now there getting amongst it. As Cyclone Tracy comes back.
I think what, just a bit of observation so far, the cleaner that Fish Creek can get inside their forward 50 there. All their metrics.
I think the winners have a distinct advantage at the moment because Foster has hardly got the ball past the centre so far this quarter.
So McTaggart, they'll go at it. McTaggart wins the tap down. gets down there to Schneider, he pops a handball over the top to the goal kicker and Landers. He flicks a handball further afield looking for a teammate. And Bright can't quite pick it up. He's not necessarily assisted by two shoves in the hammer and tap, but away we go. And the umpire's coming to toss it in the air. That will ball it in. The umpire coming 5 or 6 metres to ball it in. And this is my favourite part of the game. It's a lot versus McTaggart. And the ball's going to hit the rover in the back of the head. It doesn't go far enough. The umpire says play on. So play on they do. And that was Jack Wiedemann in there getting tackled. Ball spills out the back, overruns Bentley. Not clean enough hands here in 2 hands today. And the umpire said you can have a free stick for effort. It's not often you see a free stick over number 62. So he gets the ball on the half-back flank and then thumps it down the half-forward. Gets over the back of the pack. Out the back there's some numbers there. Ball falls there towards Coates. The 34-game, 3-time premiership player Archie. He bangs at the top of the square. A double fister in defence goes 20 yards backwards and will ball it in 10 metres around from the 6-3 goal.
5-3 plays 2-3 with Foster in with about 18 points.
James Potts not playing.
Thrown from the 40
And then we get the ball back. We've got the ball back now. In you come. Keep coming. You're throwing this right into the teeth of the wind. Follows the road, and he'll stand right behind the boundary umpire and catch it. And that's exactly where it's gone. Smartest footballer got out there, mate. Fish Creek pick it up, snap over the head. He's gone all Peter Wilson. He's gone all Peter Wilson McTaggart like a cork in the ocean. Only problem is he was aiming for the Pacific and he ended up in the Atlantic. He's put it out of bounds on the full where Norton takes a relieving free kick. Get set 0 with it. You take it when you get it. And the kick will be going there to Henry. So Cody with the ball just inside defensive 50. He looks sideways and the umpire said play on. So it's not a will. It's no reason. There's still a turn again. Wobbling, floating punt kick. Norton plays on and said that's how you kick a drop punt. You can't quite find the target. Just they only find Best in the pink flashy boots. This could be Foster's first inside 50 for the quarter. It is, but it's coming straight back as Willie Mays Hayes. Big Jack down there takes the mark. He can switch if he wants, which he does. He goes out there to Wiedemann, he takes the chesty. He's got the coach on if he wants to chip over the top. But he says, button up, they're coming back through the middle. Back through the middle they go. No one can take the mark in the middle of the ground. Ball there to be won at ground level. Foster now even the numbers up. Wiedemann wet goes in there. Gets taken off his feet. Ball comes back through hands. Fish Creek steady again. Now they've got a little bit of time and space as Wiedemann goes, whooshka. And he puts it out of bounds on centre wing, far side of the ground. First time the ball's been the other side of the ground this quarter. Put that in the stat book.
Ball, far side of the ground, waiting for the throw.
And now the smarts man, the umpire with the head on.
Sun's out, he knew what was coming.
That's a better throw. That player's injured. No one can get it. He gets the ball under his left foot. A chance now for Foster to get the ball forward. Not in there, 50 yards pile on, and the umpire will draw it up. At the half forward for the Fish Creek across the side. Long way out of goal though. Not doing a lot of attacking so far this term. The ball goes to ground. Fish Creek can get underneath it. They're all over it again. Umpire will come in and that's the ball once again. That's right. It's quite common in the game so far with the score 5-3-2-3 across his way. The two man Mountain fight, the ball goes to ground, plays all over. The umpire pick up the free kick to go to Foster.
Push in the back, I reckon he got bored of throwing it up and said I'll pay the free kick.
So Foster now had the ball, long way out from goal, goes within the 50, just about. William Mark put down, ball goes to ground now. A chance for Fish Creek to defend. Running through Gauntlet there was a couple of Foster players, they can't get the ball out. Eventually, the straight playing tunnel ball down there. No one has clean possession of the ball, and the ball should eventually go out of play. No free kick played to Fish Creek.
Tackle a little bit Cheech and Chong there, too high. And they'll take the ball inside the defensive 50. The coolest name in footy gets a handball backwards, and the kick goes down the line, and it goes just skinny side of the line. And umpire Hack will toss this one in Interestingly enough, it's about 85 metres from Foster's goal, about 130 from Fish Creek. It's about 3 kicks either way, the way the wind's blowing. So the umpire will heave this one back in a lot. Gets to the right side, and then the big fella goes thump, big Wilbur McTaggart, and puts metres towards his goal. It's won by Foster, then they kick it up to the top of the 50. Ball at ground level to be won. Kicking towards the goals. It'll trickle over the boundary line about 25 around from the Foster goal, just in front of the netball court there. And how do you reckon the netballs are going truck trying to get the ball in the hole today?
Oh, I don't know. They had a bit of a job, I think.
Oh, well,
try the ball up and get blown away.
Flat out getting it to land in the southern hemisphere, I reckon.
Waiting for the throw in the forward line, knocked to the ground. He's spreading out to defend. Just out of bounds on the ball, and the front has been taken by Foster, but he's been taken up. It's Leadstone, they need to take it. No, he's going to do the angle trick. And a chance now for Foster to get one in the boards. This time runs towards us and pushes round the corner for a floater. And somebody won to Foster. They go to 5 guys, 4:34 to 2:15.
As a lot comes off and Angling comes on, Fish Creek now in their defensive area will kick in and come this side of the ground and mark taken by North. No one on the mark, so he creeps about 10. Then he kicks it to the high stand and the ball goes off the bench and the player in front and over the boundary line for a throw in where Norton stands in waving his arms trying to get back on the park. So now we've got the B-class ruckman out there. It's the little fellas. They wrestle and push and the ball hits the surface. They've got no idea what they're doing. The one by Foster kicked it into their forward 50, play in front, and they nearly take the mark. Might have actually done a little bit of damage to Gregory Peck there. That's yeah, outside Memphis change. So the ball gets tossed up just inside the forward 50. And that's Shaw down there trying to get his hands on it for Fish Creek, but he's wrapped up in the tackle. Ball spills out. Lammers there. Picked up down there though by Best, who hacks it forward. The ball goes towards the boundary line about 25 around. A couple of the boys come together there and say, how are you going? He says, how am I going? How are you going?
Up into the centre, one-on-one there. No one can get the mark. Ball goes to back. Now Foster, after the end of the ball, quickly to the left team. He goes get the ball. Now it's been but a good side mark for Fish Creek. And he's steady now. He needs to go to the outside with the far side. But we can't see what's going on. It's over there now, Fish Creek. Looking for the ball.
Might be McGannon. He's the only bloke out there with his number I can see, number 3.
He's becoming difficult.
Shaw comes off, turn the camera back on.
Throwing again. Players are getting themselves clear, but Foster now get control of the ball and block it. Eventually a hand pass gets the ball out. And Mark not taken. Kick off the ground towards the umpire. He got in the way. Ball goes to down now. Penman's in there. He gets tackled. Eventually gets the throw out. But no one can get the ball. The umpire's letting it go. He's going to go lodging down there as the ball bounces. Foster running in one bounce. One bounce. How the best can you get? If he runs too far, hit the goal. Got the free kicks against him. The umpire didn't go too far. Good. Tried to bounce the ball, get a run, but that didn't come on.
100% extracting the mark and taking a bounce, let alone thinking about a second one. And it'll be Fishy that take the free kick in the back pocket. All right. The previous kick I've ever seen was turning over in a pretty important spot, and it'll be Schneider. Schneider kicks it back into the forward 50. Ball will be one at ground level, tackled over the boundary line, and we'll throw this one in. I just wonder if the big man, my man, McTaggart, has gone forward, and he's actually now playing as a marking forward rather than in the ruck. So let's see if they can kick the ball in the air there, which I reckon they'll catch it.
Danny Bruce a bit of a stalemate, you know, they're the team they're attacking, they're doing that. They're doing somewhat good. The wing took that one, but no one get it. Just creeping in there, trying hard to get the ball. That's up on the tackle, umpire coming, ball out forward pocket for the five ball plays, 2-3 plays. And then we look at the ball, knock down, cross the field, can't get the ball, and change the big spread now. Turn for the last and they're starting up and play that.
Turn the ball over there in front of our man Oscar, and we'll ball this one in about 75-80 metres around from the Foster goal. It's been all Foster in the last 5 minutes. The ball makes it look like getting in the Fish Creek forward 50 where it lives.
But all the players are this side of the centre, every player. So we get the throw right in front of us here on the broadcast side. Push out there, a quick one. So it's a good move there, Fish Creek getting the ball quickly as they go forward. Mark is being played, Cameron is underneath the umpire will ball up. Cameron knocks it down. The umpires are saying they're dealing with the umpire. No one gets clear position. Ball still wandering through onto the ground. Eventually picked up by Boston through best. He gets the ball. Long towards centre ring and the ball goes out of play. The free kick. Taken. Now he's taken 4 London's left footer into the pocket. No one can get there. Underneath Foster playing, trying to get them out. Couldn't get kick off the boot, but no one get any advantage, and the umpire should come in and ball it up right on the 50-metre mark here at St Foster ground, which reads Foster 5-4, 2 goals 3.
Ball up, ball down, one there at ground level by Luke Williams, who backs it towards the goal square. The big boy's down there, takes it on the second grab. The umpire says play on him to the first one. So he plays on it, gets a tap out there to a teammate. They quickly go through the hands. Foster boys wrap them up and then hack the ball into a little bit of space, but it's going to come straight back. It's going to come straight back. No, it's not, because they've dropped the footy when they should have held on to it. And now it'll come back in through Cameron. Kicks to a dangerous spot, and likes the fortune when they play in front. Mark taken down there, and that might be Sam McGannon with the ball. I was just going to say, Hutchie, as well, you've got the big boy resting forward, which I love. He's really got to come up and take that ruck at the forward 50. He's got to win every tap there, and he can put that into the top of the goal square. And in comes Sam McGannon from 42, gets underneath it a little bit, and pushes it far side for only a minor score. They really needed that one with nearly 22 minutes to play. Scoreboard reads 34 plays 16 Foster's way as we get close to half time.
Oh shit, that's what for Foster, the ball goes straight down the middle. And hung up in the breeze, so players underneath it. We one-handed mark there, taking for Foster and we half that line. Just getting the game up a little bit. They're winning 5-4 to 2-4, but there is not a lot in the contest at the moment. The boys have been 22 half-forward line a lot. The Fish Creek is waiting opportunity with 4 behind where they could have got goals.
It's been really good today, Eric. They've taken a lot of marks in that defensive area. They're really structured up well down there, leading the way. Like this game, probably haven't called his name too often. Ball's tossed into play, centre wing. Fish Creek winning out of the ruck, unable to get their shoot of the footy though, and a second with stoppage. Good luck to Sam and his pennies. He's trying to do the stoppage count for this match. There's going to be lines everywhere. And up the big boys go, down they come because no one's able to get their hand on it. Fish Creek goes backwards to go forwards, and the umpires found the pretty kicker to go their way. And they'll take the ball to centre wing, far side of the ground. They need to get another one here on the scoreboard before half-time to capitalise on the fair bit of play that they've had. A little 7-iron down the line. Mark's not taken on the second attempt down there, and Foster with him at ground level. And the umpires found the free kick here again. Ran out of there. There you go. Can't see that white line from here. I'm bloody not seeing the scoreboard.
Long way away.
Well, 80 metres around from the Fish Creek goals, we tick over the 23.5-minute mark. You didn't think there'd be too much time left. Foster leap, punch the ball, pump it over the boundary line. The umpires found a free kick. I reckon he said you might have left them thump the footy, but you weren't the nominated ruckman, so you can't do that. Fish Creek has got the ball, kicking to the big man. McTaggart on the lead. Oh, he gets up but can't quite take the footy. Ball zero ground level to one. Rails around 1, 2, but can't get around 3. And the free kick will go against Luke Williams, and Foster will take the ball.
He held that ball a long time.
I did like the way he did McTaggart attack the prune though. We'll have more of that in the second half, thanks very much. And Rathkins goes wide, observing the clock. And he finds a man I spoke of just before who's been winning roads, who takes a little chance. He looks to go laterally again, but in the end says, bugger it, I'm going to get as far as I can. He goes 45 down the line, where another chest mark's taken. That'll be Jace out there in the flash pink boots. He goes down towards the half forward line. Mark taking the other leg by Bentley, I think it is. Is it Brett? It is might be Brett. He's on the left leg, it is Brett. Jack, they're both lefties, are they? There you go. Must be a Renatari. And out of bounds will go right in front of that scoreboard. If you get in the 25-minute mark, and there's more than 60 seconds to go, you'd be surprised, Husky.
Yeah, listen, I reckon just thinking about the ruck work, so Brady Mitchell did the ruck with Freddie Fallagor all through the floor. And not as a rest, but it just doesn't seem to be working for him. It coincides with when leaving out of the ruck. That's when the
the coach might have a squirt, Walker might have a squirt in the ruck when he gets the opportunity, and both of them forward by a little lace up the sleeve for the second half. So there we have it. Half time Hooters down, 25 minutes, 15 seconds to play.
coming through.
Not actually coming through. Figure it out.
One, Torch! Chloe, you see that pick up from William? Yeah, I'll hold you up. Yeah, I will.
We're 2.5 minutes in.
All right.
Car 45 plays 2 boxes. That's green.
You kick that. No, no.
Okay, that game across the
So we put that in the shop.
Again, Foster, the score is 5-5-35. Fish Creek 2-4-16 with a free kick to be taken by Bosco. The barrel inside to be forward on the play on says the umpire wasn't 10 as the come in and the umpires are going to call back the ball. And what's he doing?
Bit of a sit rep here too. We're 4.5 minutes into the third quarter. No signal from the half-time score, so you haven't missed anything overly exciting. As the big boy here, White Cook lines up some 40 over here.
Good ball, looking to the left there. And come back. They go 5 goals, 6-36. 2 goals, 4-16. So we're giving you too much with a bit of pushing crowd. A free kick for Fish Creek on the forward line.
So is that 50?
It's a 50 kick by the full-back. He's brought on the square. Decides to go into the centre wing. Mark taken over there by Fish Creek. They have control of the ball. Centre wing pass side. Terrible disposal. Trying to turn pass. And the hand pass goes out of play. We get a throw in far side. So not a lot happening, but whatever is happening is seems to be going on either side. Not on the straights this afternoon. 5-6 plays 2-4.
Umpires found another off the ball free kick. Discipline going to be a key here, Hutchie. Neither side really settled after the half-time break, and Fish Creek going to the forward 50. The big boy's up there, but he can't get front posse. Creates a contest, brings the ball to ground, and Rafton will see it over the boundary line. We'll toss this one in about 45 around from the Fish Creek goal. They really need to buck the trend here and score one into the breach. I think there'll be a chance in that last quarter. We're 6.5 gone here now, no score in the third quarter. All the scoring being done at the other end of where we're at the moment. So if Fish Creek can get one against the trend, it'll be a huge goal. They're an opportune here with the ball kicked 35 out directly in front. The big boys fly. Ball hits the deck. Umpire says play on. Wiedemann gets onto the left leg. The big boy in the square takes a one-hander! Been waiting for him to do it all day, Hutchie, and finally Big Willie McTaggart takes the one-hander in the square, and he'll go back from 25 out and hopefully kick his first major for his new club.
So Fish Creek have stuck with Craig Mitchell in the ruck, and Big Will comes forward probably now to start play off and a lot of step outs.
I've seen him kick it up. He's good. Put this in the book, Sam. Sam, put it in the column now next to the goal. Big Will comes in. Bangs it through for a minor score.
I reckon Stevie Wonder could have done better than that. He's blind.
Okay, Fish Creek, one behind there. The Jack Bosco from the full-back line. A nice long kick up towards the scoreboard side. Players go up, hands off the pack. Chance for Fish Creek now. Put the ball on centre wing. Bring it forward. Good mark. Bring the ball now to the centre wing. Chance for young Oscar Bright. Right goes up to the forward line. Missed it. Turnover. And the chance now for Costa to lead the Costa on the back line. Chance to centre. Flyers Nines and get the ball down there and go out.
Until the last 3 months, have been one-handed. There's a stack of names to one.
Yeah, and it's Foster down to 2-1.
We've got some idiots in this club, really barring.
A lot of work the umpires have done this afternoon, warming it up. Tap out and quiet. Alex in there, he gets away with it. Hand pass and game is up. Throws down and some ball goes over. A chance to cross the field. Ball goes out of play. Into the throw.
All those are these forward.
Job in life, I want to do it with the same who is super enthusiastic. Umpire hat, and he's the best of the tosses, and he hasn't missed a trick all day.
He's a big tosser, as the ball goes to run down, in underneath, and Foster play, can't pick it up, a chance for the Creek, they go up forward, half forward, no one comes in there, he can't get the ball, away they go, with Flavor. So the goes to half forward. William Mark down there. Umpire says he didn't hold it up. It's in his hands. And the ball will be thrown up half forward line for the across the side. Tap down. No one gets himself clear. Tackle on the Fish Creek player. They eventually off the ground. It turns to 10 minutes. Gets tackled from behind. Umpire calls that ball. Ball goes to our ground again. And turns to Fish Creek in the centre of the ground. Get the ball out. Kick off the ground. Going to Sockers required down there. No one can get the ball. Push and shove. Umpire says free kick. And the free kick will be paid to Fish Creek in the cellar. Oh, could have been 50
Getting
there.
on the dairy farm, he tried to milk a 50 there, he reels onto his right leg, goes to the top of the square, where's the big boy, up he goes! Doesn't work at ground level as well, the big fella, no one can take it cleanly initially, now Foster through weight and numbers will win out. And a little lucky kick goes out to the far side of the ground there. Mark taken by Harry Flavelli, goes up to centre wing, gets just over the head of the intended target, and she stacks on the middle and centre wing. And the umpire will come on in and we'll have about our 12th ball up in the last 8 minutes.
I think there's a dead set plan to shepherd Big Will out as much as they can and intercept.
Good luck playing in front of that. Let's go back and fill the hole, can you, Ken?
Yes, please.
Yeah, don't mind if I don't. Ball goes up, ball comes down. Umpire's found a free kick, it'll go Foster's way on the half-back flank. So I'll just look to steady the ship here a little bit. They keep the scoring end. We've only had 1 or 2 opportunities. If they switch the ball here, they're on. Who sits out here on his own? Ken just running down the middle of the ground.
James Morris. I think he's
about to get the footy. He's about to get the footy.
down.
James Morris.
That's 49. 48. Just give me 48.
James Morris throws the glass up in the air to see which way to win the play. He's got no choice here, playing right where he's kicking. So Morris.
First goal since the second quarter.
And Morris will get the ball. Half forward. Picks up nice young kick. Is it accurate enough? No, goes to the left again.
You know what it is, Truck? It's a Morris Minor.
Morris, Minor, good one. So minor score to Morris. 5-5, 6 plays 2-5. Foster still leading. Fish Creek really never get up. Up on with the go. 11 and 3/4 minutes into this third quarter. William Mark with Fish Creek down on the half-back line. Good tackles there. Ball is in dispute. Goes to ground. Chance for Fish Creek to get out. Big strong tackle and ball. Across the side, Norton who came through. Just looking at the boots.
He's got red.
He's got the red boots too. Yeah, I was looking at the boots. Yeah, he got the boots too. Anyway, it's play England with the ball. Half forward line. Short kick it to the and the rest to the left. Another man score. 5-8-38 plays 2-5-17. Foster leading at the 12.5 minute mark of the third quarter.
And one mistake, someone put the sunglasses on. Things got real dark real quick in the last couple of seconds. I'm a little worried where this is headed. So Fish Creek will bring it back into play. It's 13 minutes to play. They come near side, thankfully, so we're half a step to see who's got the footy. There's a little chiselling passing there for Levi Fox in the back pocket. The big ruckman's come a long way down. You'd be mad not to kick it to him. They chip it down the line towards Hayes though. Hayes shepherds off to Wiedemann and Jack Wiedemann marks. Gets onto his left leg. Comes through the middle of the ground. Big defensive effort there by Ruffins. Turns defence into attack. Quick hands here from Foster. Ball to the top of the square. 1-on-1 down there, but it goes over the full forward's head. And out of bounds for a throw in. And the Fish Creek boys would do well to say, I ain't going to get this.
31 in the
Defensive chance to get the rest of it.
goal.
They're under the pump for the last couple of minutes after they had a chance to kick a couple at the other end. And they really can't afford to cough up another one. You think they would be able to 4 in the last quarter to get the result they're after.
A lot of directing, trying to get some structure behind the footy.
This is an important quarter for fishing for any chance to draw it or win it.
Lock gets a tap down. They can't get a clear possession to start with. If you straight through away, the numbers will just rugby walls the ball towards the boundary line. And they gain about 25 metres and kill about 25 seconds. And we'll have another ball this time about 40-45 around from the Foster goal. Just two one-on-ones in front of the footy. Fish Creek DP are going to bloke going to fill that hole, but nonetheless, won the ball, that's half the battle, and then they handball the ball back into their own goal, so they're under all sorts of pressure. You want to concede, and he does. I won in a million, Ken! He said we can won them already, but we got it!
So what he did, he tried to get it, it's actually quite involved in the rush behind that rule is in.
Across the two. And another slide to the board. And he's totally 5 to 2 side. And he boots the ball way over the other side.
Come on, even I can do that.
He didn't look for any other options with trying to score goals. So Foster now, he's still 5 to 2 5. 15 minutes gone.
Run a heavy rotation off the bench down here, Foster. I don't know how she's all those people coming to Melbourne. They're the two on the bench.
They're very short, like take
Here she comes, Shuey. Here she comes. Oh, look out. Ball gets up the centre wing, and that's about as far as I can see, and good luck. I reckon she's a bit in the place. Have a shot, Will. You're only 100 out. What a kick the big man. Finds Weedfield.
Centre wing as they try to go up to the centre, but they can't. And he gets the ball wide, and the free kick and mark. Taking half back for Foster. Now Foster moving the ball up the line towards the centre. Up there, the water man behind the grab as they get going down quickly up to the forward line. Man by himself with the big mark of Tracy scored already 2 goals out of their 5. He turns down. And that's the goal for Foster.
Well, Glass wasn't any, he just rolled around, he knew he had plenty of time, knew exactly where the big perpendiculars were, and put it straight over the goal on fire. Fantastic goal there.
Take 44, plays 2 5 7.
Yeah. The last goal was
coming down.
And it's
Brady will get off the grid here. I'm going to back Brady in to get his hands on this footy first and see how he goes.
No.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Two shots.
But it does certainly put Foster up to the forward line. A chance behind. Kick off the ground required by Foster. And he's forced over the line and a play for another throw on the So conditions again wet and windy. We had a lot of rain this afternoon, intermittent, it becomes like sunny, and rain and wind, and as Jude said earlier on, 4 seasons in 1 hour here. You get a throw in forward pocket Foster, you get the knock over the top, chance for the right target, you get the ball into action, there's Fish Creek driving all over the ball, one player will come in and ball it up, they have a bit of a wrestle, who wins, no one wins, except the umpire, and he'll pull it up. Forward pocket, thrown in, throw up, try to kick off the ground, that didn't work as Fish Creek with a tackle with the ball, hand over, and the umpire will have another ball up. A big similar displacement
Stand it up from going.
waiting for the umpire. Players are cleared now, no one can get the ball except for the goal. He gets the touchdown, a chance now for Fish Creek, dives in on top of the ball, and the umpire will have another chance to return the ball with another throw in with a ball up. He's going as the tax stand. Chance now for Fish Creek. Get the ball on the far side of the ground. Get through it, and the free kick will be taken by Foster. The player down there. That's right. And the ball half forward on. Long kick into the pocket. And a good mark. Taking it for the lineup. Shaw is in our hands. And then he's that Cameron, he gets the ball through Fish Creek. But no one get that clear purchase from the ball. Like a bar of soap down there. Players are all trying to get it out. No one can get it. Goes to score out. Goes over the boundary line. Mitchell's in there. He can't do anything.
Mitchell's a lot better. I just need some more composure around the contest.
Yeah, it's very tough to back things out there. Well in there. And Wendy's taking the ball. A chance for Fish Creek. They get in there quickly. Whereas Craig, he couldn't get the ball. But a chance now for the Tigers. There it is, been caught up on the second. Everyone called ball. And the umpire says, yeah, I'll have it balled up again. The umpire getting a lot of exercise this afternoon, throwing the ball up. There's a chance for Foster to get the ball out. The Fish Creek get caught in the tackle. The ball goes to the ground. No one can get the umpire standing around, ready to put the ball to whistle and play all over the place. Throwing the ball out. He's trying to let the players get the ball through. They up into the center ring. 1 and 2 down there. He's going to win the ball. No one. Ball goes to the ground. He got the ground. And got through. But the ball is still in play. Three Foster players down there can clear the ball from defence. And so he gets forward.
Really good defensive work there by Cameron and coach, the CCs as they were really called. They had 4 on 2 and managed to break the contest even and then win the contest the second time round. He lines up for a really important shot on goal.
No one scored a goal this end of any game, so there we go. Could have been the first. He comes in, lines him up off the boot, looks pretty good. Goal umpire says 1 behind only, so another 1 behind, still 2-7. 19 to 6 goals to 34. Foster still leading. So the Tigers are in the ascendancy. Bring the ball out there. Playing across to Greg Williams. Dispossessed of the ball. Dropped the ball. And the umpire will play the first. So can Mitch, the son of Mitch, get the ball. Get the ball. He's had a great game this afternoon. Great score in that section. He's very confident. He lines up the ball from the forward pocket. That's a better kick, a better result. And it's a goal for 6 in a row, and they've turned the game over. It's a great game for this afternoon.
Looking at the scoreboard now, they're 3 goals, 2 behind, and they kicked 3-6 out. So they've got to be winning strong.
Get the right foot, 3-6.
Yeah, it's a chance for if they can get a couple more goals, or a goal even before the end of the quarter, so they're going to Western New York right up the win.
That's the difference. I think they're better with taking the run.
For Fish Creek, he goes to grab the ball, eventually does, and pass across. Good play by Fish Creek, but in the way is James Morris. He gets the ball up the half-forward line. Big long kick could be finished there, but Fish Creek couldn't hold the mark, didn't have sticky fingers. Eventually get the ball from half-back. And this kick could have gone anywhere. Right on top of the ball. He gets upended and the free kick will be played to Fish Creek in the defense. Fish Creek now had the ball on the half-back line. Got to kick the ball on. He goes towards us here. And a terrible kick, too many hands in here. Yeah, no one can get the ball, goes to ground. Tap on that, you know, they get that Angus, getting out on the ball. There's 3 on 3 kick. Now they move the ball through our leading. He goes wide on the wing. And you find the driver, I think he did so. Ball goes to the left. The push out there. No one can play the free kick. The umpire says that. With the ball, dropping the ball. And the free kick will be taken down there by Foster. They play it on the single wing. Hard to pick up these players. And you might use 2 time. And the ball goes, rebounds or play, this Creek player goes to play. 6 goals, 8 to 3, 6 being going 25 minutes in the third quarter. No one can get it, goes to ground again. A lot of this has happened this afternoon. Ball goes to ground, umpire coming. He's about 100 metres away from the action. Took him and then ball once again. And the other calls in this afternoon, one's handing the ball. There's a trying to get their ball forward. It goes off the player, another player, and another player in. 6 goals, 8 goals, 3 goals, 6. Players are in there, lots in there. He can't get the ball. Scooped up off the ground. A chance for anyone. No, the umpire will come in. Once again, we have this throw-up situation. Good knockout to the ground. Who can get it? No one. For Fish Creek. Good tackle. There's been a lot of this. We have to put the game in the feet again. Getting the ball up. The ball moved about 5 metres. And we're going to the third run in about 30 seconds. A quick knockout then. A chance for Fish Creek. The road without the ball. Umpire says no. Play on. Ball goes free now. A chance for Hospital to get the ball out. This goes out. He picks up the ball. Then that forward line is a strong defensive mark there for the Foster Stars. They need the ball quickly from the centre to the centre wing. In comes Gregory now. He picks up the ball. Short kicks the Clemens. Clemens had no one on the mark. Would have run with the ball. Didn't. If the slides now is to go short or go back to the so he waits for every player on the field to get into the 10-yard area to play. And in there. Gordon was kicked by Cameron, really squeezed it in now, right on the line. The chance to pick up on you, so can't get a tap through for an score. So a chance there for Fish Creek, getting up the most of it, ended up in another minor, 3 goals. 8 goals on 6 27. And of course, they bring the ball out from the field up to their half-back line, but it's not.
Your big one side,
From the half-back line, drives and the ball drives. No one can get the ball. Good tap by Jared Walker, but he forces the ball out along the boundary line, and we get a throw in over the very far side of the ground. So we're really into the red zone now. We've been playing 38 minutes. We go 25 minutes past time. So we've been going 8 minutes into time on this team as well. I think the timekeepers are going to sleep at the moment. There's a ball right there from the play, kick off the ground by Fish Creek. Can't get the ball, goes into attack on the outside of the ball. So 6-8 plays, 3-7, 28.5 minutes gone, third team.
The umpire tosses it in the air as the siren sounds. That'll be the 28 and 43 second quarter come to an end. The score Foster 68-44 to Fish Creek 3-25. 9-point margin. Fish Creek coming home with the score again. Yeah, 8 of the 9 goals so far today.
So
Love your timing, Greg. You've come back right on cue, and we absolutely agree there is definitely a chance for this streak. They've got to get the ball into the middle, they've got to get the ball to the big stick early, just to give themselves a bit of relief. I think that'll be the key here. So we'll see how they start things off. Interesting change in the ruck here.
Oh, that's got the other way to move. Red way to move.
Here we go, truck, get things underway for the last quarter.
There's Waterman's in there, he gets the knockdown for Fish Creek, but it's Foster getting the new game in the middle. He's got quickly the ball well, changes hands. Fish Creek now drive the ball from the centre of the ground. It goes inside 50 and gets out of play. That 45 round from the Fish Creek goal, whatever top 3 goals, 7 late play, and 6 goals.
What a feeling here, Hatchie, what a feeling. I reckon it's on. I reckon Fish Creek have gone light in the middle, and they're going to use their run, and they're going to pump the ball into the big boy.
So that was a lot of
So the ball gets tossed in, the big boy comes in to do the ruck. The top footy should have taken Norton, picks it up, snaps it on the fly. Only as far as Lama, so he goes to a dangerous hot spot. 35 out directly in front. But Mark taken in defence there for Foster by Cook, who's been outstanding today. He gets told to play on it, so play on he does, and puts it straight back to Lammers, who kicks it to him. Can't quite take it cleanly, stacks on the mill, the Foster just a kick forward, and Bucks unfortunately to play in front. They get the next position down the line. And no luck required there. The ball goes towards Eddie, and Eddie wins his contest, gets it over the boundary line. Then he strolls off like John Wayne down to the goal square. And the umpire will come around here, the little fella. He's blocked up some caves, the youngster. He's hurt the milk twice today. He'll toss this one back in. So it'll be Wiedemann up against the lot position A. Wiedemann gets his fist out again, and then does the drive-by. Picks the footy up. Can't quite get the one handle they need to get clear kick, but they do gain their 30 to 40 yards. Stein's philosophy, isn't it? So Alon Wiedemann will do the ruck work again. Centre wing, the young fella, the milky bars are on me. He tosses it back into play. A lot front position, you're not going to get around that. When they do get the stoppage, ball gets bundled out towards the middle of the ground where it's all Foster. They kick off the ground, play in front, usually advantage when the ball gets out the back this time. Little dinky kick around the corner, can't find a teammate. That's got to be in the back. That's got to be in the back, and it was. Free kick paid there, and Foster will take the free kick right in the middle of the oval.
Schneider, he goes in the centre wing, he just got the ball right, quickly through the Bentley goes up to half forward, tries no one can get the ball. Foster tackling down there, they have to score goals down this thing, and they really put their lead. So it was in the street, umpire was between the centre there, about 50 metres after him, so waiting for knockdown. Free. Kick off the ground by Foster. Can't do anything but finally Fish Creek get the ball halfway forward in front of the scoreboard. Hamlin's in the take there. The ball goes out of play. 6 goals, 8 plays, 2 goals, 7 goals. 3 minutes gone, last quarter. Anyone's game still this morning. They got 3 goals, 2 goals. Fish Creek, so they've got to do something, but the scoring one is time as the ball goes to ground. Players play on, and the umpire there. And 3 kicks now going
Take the free kick for out of bounds on the full in front of the scoreboard. So he gets it as far as his right leg will carry it about 40 yards down the line. The big fly comes, no one can take the mark. Wiedemann at ground level gets his hands on it yet again. He's been outstanding all day. He's really standing up in his last quarter so far. He's going to need more of it. He's going to need to bring his brother. They're going to have to do it pretty quickly. Time 6 ball in over 4 minutes, no score. They need to kick 3+ goals. A lot gets attacked in, and Norton wrapped up in a tackle straight away. Stacks on the middle, there's 2 totally one side towards Foster. They manage to eke the ball forward. 1, maybe 2 metres. The umpire's picking for holding the footy. So they'll take the free kick far side of the ground. They need to settle this up. That's exactly what they don't do. They just go long down the line. Gets out the back of the contest where Cameron lurks, but it goes over the boundary line for a throw in about 50 around from the Fish Creek goal. They need to get the next, they probably need to get the next one after that. With this win, you wouldn't rule it out.
Topic for the coming on Fish Creek to the big gunner and then it's had a big look at the ball. Finally, like he picks up the ball and he goes to Senegal where a free kick will mark. Not free kick will be played down into Wigan for the Hayes.
He's up straight, he's absolutely beautiful. Come through the middle, straight now.
He's a big right to Fish Creek. The ball goes up to the half forward line. Lots of hands underneath it. The hands pass quickly out. The umpire has decided to come in and draw it up once again. 6-8 please. 4-7. They're trying to get the ball out. Fish Creek aiming up to the goals. 1-3. And Foster works for the ball. No time by the team. We're stepping in. Well, good play there by the forward Fish Creek. Trying to pick it up. Couldn't do so. That was Walker. He couldn't get the ball. Eventually, Foster get the ball out to half back, but Fish Creek out. It's in. It's a big one there. Taken by Six goals, 8 goals, 2 goals on. So 18 points out of the lead so far for the Foster side. The wind really down there up the Foster shoulder. Kick out. They give the ball quickly up from the back line to Cook. He goes along to the half back line. Flowers on it. No, might go over the boundary line. No one touches him. He gets that over the ball. It's up. Picked up there by those Williams. Williams is back to half forward. Now you got the mark. It's national. They've got players on the ball. They've got players running in. So that was a good goal by Fish Creek. Now the field is coming right. They're all yellow and green pushing 4 goals, 8 plays, 6 goals, 8. A 2-goal margin for Foster as we go into 7 minutes into the last quarter. So it's really on now. The wind, I think, is helping Fish Creek. It's flying straight down the ground, and it's a chance that we've got to keep the ball along and keep it going. Wiedemann up against the lock. Wiedemann gets the top line, but they can't get the ball. For Foster, who has the 7 or back hand pass misdirected. Quickly goes to Hayes, who can't get the ball. Foster, Mitchell gets the ball for Fish Creek. Goes off the board and goes outside and the side on the half line for the Foster side.
It's good getting hit by Bentley. Just hold steady with the footy, didn't panic. They found the target going forward for the first time in a while, even though the mark wasn't paid. Historically, we just punted that as far as they could go for the penny. So we'll get the ball down here now. We'll get the big boy into the ruck. Watch him sharking out of the ruck and have a snap here. Step 1, shark out of the ruck. Step 2, gamble instead of having a shot. But I like the plan. Wants to do gain 15 metres or so on the play, though. The ball's just outside the Fish Creek forward 50 now. They get past 8.5 minutes. The trail boy just under 3 goals here in Fish Creek. They need the next one. I need to get it pretty quickly, I reckon, just to put a little bit of fear into the Foster defence. And the bigger lot gets the front spot this time. Ball gets out the back of the contest, so Cameron gets his hands on it. Tackle, they gain 25 metres back towards their own goal this time. Ball still where they need it, the scoring end truck.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball for the goal. Throwing for the win. And pocket, throw in there. No one can get the ball. Lurking behind that is a big one that couldn't get the ball. It's dragged on it. Umpires are yelling out. Everyone's got their hands up. Soccer style. But the umpire will come in
It's like someone started the YMCA. Everyone had their arms in the air, didn't they? Ready to get going.
Who turned the music on?
Ball goes up, Big Will gets it forward. Cameron overruns it. Umpire's found a free kick, and it's going to go Fish Creek's way. And it's going to go to Luke Williams. It's had his head in everything today.
Especially the midfield, it's just hard to stop.
So I will get the fullback for Cook for Foster, who drives the ball in the line over the halfback, tries putting it in front of the scoreboard, and gets kicked off the pass, and they have a try to get a try. 4-8 plays 6 $2 the difference here. I think Foster records 10 minutes gone.
Yeah, good point, though.
Throwing it in front of the scoreboard, pick it up, and gets the ball, bouncing the ball, bounce too far, and out of play, and we're going to do the play. In front of the Jeff McGraw standing over there, with about 2 dozen people inside it, so they started to throwing one in front of the stand to get the knockout, no one can get it, there's Wiedemann who's got the twist to the ball, he goes to the ground, turns to Wiedemann again, he can't get the ball. Don't even know where the ball is that in the table and players find it and the ball back. And he does so. No one can get the decisive step down. This is the pattern of the game so far. As the ball goes to ground again, umpire will come in. That's a continual flow of the ball. Knocked down by he can't get the ball right to ground, pushing each other in. No one can steal it. It's just a game of push and shove. The umpire says that play on as that Fish Creek, bring the ball forward. A chance now for the Kangaroos. They can't jump it as the ball goes to ground. The umpire says holding the ball, so he'll come in and get it up forward pocket in the attacking zone for the Fish Creek side. About 20 out on the left-hand side. Good grab there by Taylor. The three people are going to Foster in the just a bit of relief there for Foster side for the ball to go forward into the forward pocket. Luckily there was a Foster man in the last line of defence. He decided to come to broadcast ball above Mr. Ball. The Foster defender eventually picks up the ball, looking out for teammate down there and chasing. He can't follow him. Now Fish Creek, a better chance, running out through quickly to the post, hand off the ball, and it's a minus score for Fish Creek. They go to 4-9 to 6 goals. So it's 11-point ball game so far for Foster.
Foster bring the ball back in, go far side out towards the scoreboard. Hayes out there, flies for the Fish Creek boys. It's the ground level. Break even contest, ball 70 metres from their goal, nearly 13 minutes played. Ball will be thrown back into play. All to play for, it's only round one, but these two sides, let's be honest, they don't love each other much. They both want to win, kick their season off. Premiership defence for one, Premiership chase the other. Hayes on the tackle, umpire stalks, watches, pings him. Foster get the footy, and they go far side, just slowing things down a little bit. Chip mark. Haven't got a lot of in front of the footy.
And there's no one in forward 50.
And Norton takes the mark 80 out from goal. This is off a handball. They get round one, get round two, kick to the hot spot. 3v1, Fish Creek favours, fly from behind, no one can complete the mark. Wrapped up in a big tackle. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. And it's only 15 metres out from the Foster goal. You think now a goal would probably end it if Foster were able to scrap one here. Tapped down by Hayes. No one able to take it cleanly. Fish Creek do well to keep the ball moving, but they can't quite get it into clear space. Because they can get it to this side, broadcast side, they've got a one out with one of the Wiedemann boys out there stalking on his own. But it's a beautiful tackle on the line. Tackle high. Tackle high right in front of the big sticks. And this will be a really nasty bit of salt into the wounds for Fish Creek. If this one goes back through the big sticks. Free kick is on. 15 minutes played, Fox will lead by 11. This kick line at 17, or just about impossible for Fish Creek. Show that style runner. He's further away from the goal than he's ever kicked. And he tries. Sprays it flipped. Trying to score.
That one's got the kicking boots on the way.
Two goals are different between these two very traditional rivals.
Mitchell, grab, rolls, left leg, numbers ahead. Oh no, he's cramped as he's kicked it and buckled himself. I hope it's just a cramp, it didn't look pretty. Ball at half back there.
No,
and gets it. I'm not sure that's just cramp, man. Come on, Jack. Foster will win the ball through the middle of the ground. And the other Chuck Norris free kick and goes Fish Creek's way at half back. It's like the boys can get one.
Run with him, good boy! Great tackle!
The umpire will toss this one right, change guards here. A lot goes up, gets it back into it. Foster can't get the kick away initially. A lot goes back in and picks up his own handy work. And Angus Norton goes straight in there, all 82 kilos of him. What do you weigh? You reckon 60? Yeah, he could probably ride in the last of Caulfield. A lot gets a tap down. No one in particular, the ball rolls through the middle of the ground.
He does the tackle, puts the ball to the ground. 4 times, played 4 goals, 3 if he takes the ball as far runners, he goes on to the ball.
Right,
He drives the ball towards the boundary, plays flies out, push and shove, no one's with the ball, over the shoulder, not played, umpire goes through, good pick up there by he gets caught in a tackle, and the umpire goes coming back. Plenty shoulders, really only a couple of goals in the game, so anyone's going through it, looking Foster play early, they've got to get the ball forward, they can't put Foster out on the floor. Yes, it was. Unlucky pitch there. They that under player on my left hand. And there's a couple of black players down in the crowd. We got time. So the free kick has been taken there by his friend to the centre ring now to get the ball out. Benton club players. So this club. So the players who take the first week are so close. Playing feet. More like playing face this sort of weather. And so Foster gets the ball from defence, runs it out, they're playing the defensive game. Good mark by Wilderman.
If there's a medal, give him the medal. Don't care whether they win or lose, he's been best on by a mile, I reckon. Is it? Give his brother the medal.
This is that Wilderman now with the ball on the 50-metre mark. And he comes in here over the top. He's described by a tree in front of us, so picking there goes. Now Wilderman now, he's on his left foot, lines up the goals, and it's drifted to the left, and it's a winning score, so 6 goals, 2 could make a difference at one game. 14 to 6 goals, 9. Close, thankful that decides to hand one side into a pocket fire. That one's Jack Wilderman. Jack Wilderman now is the ball out of 50, kicks into the pocket, good mark for in the back for Green. Green, no, it's not. Michael Cook with the ball. He decides to Ducking knees, Tony gets onto his left foot, wobbly old kick, I don't think that was intended, good mark or disputed mark. The umpires played it to this correctly, they get the ball to Wiedemann kicks towards goals, bounce off the pack, through for a minor score.
They're coming hard, Kenny.
Yeah, they've just got to get some, you've got to go through the big sticks in the middle, not the other ones on the other side.
19.5 time here between Foster and Fish Creek. Foster leading 6 goals, 9.45, before 11.35. Kick out there by Foster, up to half back, ball goes to ground. Foster needs to get the ball out. They do so through Norton. Norton goes up into the centre wing. Norton get the ball now. It says no one within the 50, and it's a good mark taken by Mike Hicks. So Hicks, he's got plan too. He decides to go quick hand pass across to Lewis. Lewis goes into the centre. Now Foster has a chance to go forward. No one can get it. Players are going in, hitting each other hard. Tricky play. Play on you, Goose. Now he's got the ball back because the player down the counter. Fish Creek. We get Jack Hayes with the ball. He goes wide. Nearly good mark down there. Taken by McGannon. He can't move the ball, but he gets it long. And a good defence for Foster in the last line of defence. They move the ball up to West Side. Right by himself down there. But they've got to keep the ball moving. They're leading the game by 11 points. But they still want to deny the ball. 3 minutes gone. 21 minutes gone here last turn. So it looks like at this stage Foster in the ascendancy to win the game, but it's not over yet. We had 30 minutes to go last quarter, so anything could happen in this turn. As Fish Creek now right from the centre of the ground, getting darker here at the moment. As they play upon the ball, it's a top row son. Great tackle there, put on by the Foster player. Fish Creek trying to bring the ball forward. They're trying to go. It's a backward step by Foster, finally getting out. There's 1 and 2 down there. A good tackle put on here. Foster player, he comes over. All the other player on the field in the game of one down there. As they come in.
Who was it? That's one of the best defensive pieces. He's broken even with a 2-on-1 and kept the ball in the full 50.
And there's no one going back for Foster as they get the ball to our right for the chance for long. 1-on-1 down there. Ball's blowing free. Rolling. The hoops on the game now as Foster go to 7 goals, 9 and 4, 11. Game is virtually over now. 22.5 minutes gone. Last turn, getting very dark again because another shower on the way, I think. The lights are on going in the cars around the building. So if you're looking in the cars, think of first with your lights. Well, we're all down. Heaps of them there. We get the ball in the centre now. Fish Creek can get the ball away, but when you lose the light by Foster, you're trying to get the ball forward. You can't do so. Getting dark down here. We do need lights on. As the player chance to pick up the ground. And there's 2 in the last 2 or 3 minutes, the Foster's have really come back into this quarter. They were dominated by Fish Creek most of this turn. The last couple of minutes, they've really come back to score a goal to put that difference in between the 2 teams. And Foster have the kick after it's going to be a good kick to score a goal. He's on to it. Nice long high kick for a drop short. The goal really marking the goal scorer. He did the job. He did the captain coach job down there. Scored a goal. Made it 8-9-57. All over for Fish Creek at the moment. Score 11-35. 24 minutes gone last quarter. That's right. Got there 6 players, haven't you? The rain is coming down again. It's been like this all afternoon. Luckily, we're in actually a good position here at Costa, but undercover. It's outside, but undercover.
They might think that was good news, different things you want me to.
Full fly. That's the main thing, as the ball is in the centre of the ground. This creek now trying to bring the ball from the centre line. Looking go through Walker, we can't get the ball. Goes to ground again. A good tackle, break the ball. It's just a game of knocks and whatever was that. This creek now had the ball up and then a forward line. Couldn't pick it off the ground. Defensive work then done by the Foster team. Free kick being played to Costa, is it, or one or the other? Costa get the kick through their fullback. Cook decides to come to the broadcast. The Robbie kick, two hands in there, plays in there, best is in there. Oh, he dropped the ball. Took one there by Jason. He couldn't get the kick out and the throw in front of the screen. So it looks like celebration tonight. In the across the room, to take the game 26 minutes to the last quarter of the ball, so run the ground. This creek not very good. There's good by young Williams. He gets knocked over. Will he have a free kick? He will. And he's played very well for this creek tonight. There's too many players who've been down. There's Costa now, even 12 and 7. As they go past
Quality when he's touched it.
There's been a lot of good players this afternoon for Costa. No one's started, but there's a good play mark there. Those players started well, but dropped a little bit in front of the neutral. His kick goes to half forward. A chance for Fish Creek to get the ball up into their forward line. A nice long kick, but no one down there as a Costa player down there in the pouring rain. Decides not to do anything. Right playing there. Great marking on the half-back line for Costa. Getting the ball on. He decides to kick backwards. It doesn't really matter. It goes to Norton now on half-back. Decides to hold it up. And he decides to kick the ball up towards the centre ring. No one in there can get the ball. Coming through quickly was Gordon and Fish Creek. He couldn't get the ball. Piled on there.
Guilty!
The flying goes at 27 minutes. To the quarter with Costa winning 8 goals, 9:57 to Fish Creek 4:11:35. And well, Jake, what do you think of that quarter?
Well, Costa just held on when they had to. They were professional enough to do what they needed to do to get the win. Fish Creek probably gave themselves a real puncher's chance by getting the ball forward early in the quarter and being able to convert, and then Costa went forward and negated that goal into the non-scoring end by Fish Creek in the third quarter with one of their own, and that's all she wrote between the two sides in the first quarter. Costa probably led by around the winning margin at quarter time and managed to hold on for the rest of the game. So they've done what they needed to do. They got the win they were after, the win that we all predicted, and Fish Creek have to lick their wounds and butter up and come back and have a crack next week.